All right, hello and welcome to Dorf Romantik. We are back with our cozy mega run here. It's been so long since I've played this run, so we're coming back to it in a big way. But all you need to really know is we used to have some city settlements over here that we were placing tiles to grow, but then we met all those missions and we had to start new ones to achieve new objectives on this side. So we've got a new big city. We were able to grow all the way out. Sometimes you can see tiles in the distance like this one, right? It says build towards this to find whatever it was. On this side, we found this big windmill. So now we have to build for, I guess, like a super objective. I don't know, will it tell me about it? 67 more fields. So hopefully we can connect this to this while maintaining like perfect tiles. We have a huge rail network. If I hover my rails over here, you can see it's going through. And our rail network includes little trains. Though I guess, if I'm being technical, this is an engine or a locomotive. The train, right, with all the carriages, is kind of missing. Like, it's kind of just the engine. So I don't know if that classifies as a train of one engine, but it is what it is. We got our steamboats down here. So we have these beautiful big lakes that all flow into the wetlands. We've been trying to connect them for some time. But the tricky thing is we also have this field that needs to grow out from this location, which means that we can't connect our water until 44 more fields have gone down. And then we also need exactly 15 fields over here. It's kind of a mess. Right now I have a three-way train rail thing, and if I add it anywhere to this network, we will meet this objective. Though this tile, I was just before starting recording, did look around and try and find spots. And really, it's just going to overcomplicate a lot of things. I feel like the best thing I found was like, well, screw it, send all the train lines back onto itself, or give up on these perfect tiles, which is not what we're doing. So instead, I said, why don't we start a new train line? I don't know if this was against our past ethos, but one of these old cities over here, because this is a triple city tile, I think it's okay to put one down and start growing. Here we have some fields to grow, and those fields also include a little bit of grass. So something like this would have been nice, except obviously we need to sort everything else out. You can see this is already a tile we abandoned on because it's got a house against a grass, which is kind of lame. But you know, this is technically a quote-unquote perfect tile. It maintains perfection. This is almost a perfect tile, right? You got the wheat on both sides, but then this piece of city is incorrect. So, and this one is too. You can see it highlights it in red a little bit. We could take a second, and we could just say, screw it, I'm going to save this wheat from being exterminated accidentally. That's something we could do. We could also come back over here, and I know that we've got city and wheat, so you can see here it is perfect on these three sides, but then these two don't quite work. If I flip it, it's even worse, so. Yeah, a lot of questions to be had there. Stuff with rail lines and stuff. So basically, I'm not sure where to go. I think that this, again, against my better planning and ethos, is probably a good time to expand out this wheat field and just make sure it doesn't accidentally get closed off. Okay, now we have some really hard stuff. We either have an X crossing to include those waters, or I can water along this way. If I put it here, that's going to hurt this forest. I can't put it here. I could put it there. This is actually, look, there's a tile down here. This is going to work perfect with that tile that's upcoming, so I feel like I have to. An all grass tile, that could work really well here. It'll leave us a little pocket, but that's okay. We've got a lot of big grass over here. Okay, this is a 5-sided grass. It created 3 perfect tiles, each of which gave us the +1s. We love that. Here's a 3-sided perfect for now. Love that. Wheat with a little bit of housing. I mean, we kind of saw something similar over here, but the house and the wheat is on the wrong side. The tree and the wheat is on the wrong side in here. The wheat and the grass is on the wrong side. Okay. Yeah, this is a strange one. Where again, everything seems to be slightly mirrored the wrong way. And if I am going to be putting any wheat on the map, we really should be bringing it over here to either resolve this area. Which again, this is already a broken tile, so we could ignore that one. But this breaks two ways, which is unfun. We could bring it down to, who is it? Don't you need like a exact number? No, you need exactly 15 and no more. Okay. This could be a chance. See, it's the house on this one that makes it a little bit tricky. We can't really use it to grow over there. I could use it in here, because that'll help us grow and connect this wheat over to this side eventually. This needs exactly 26. Thankfully, we can do that on the way. I mean, it could just be here. I'm like hesitating to avoid these double-sided things. See, we have so much water in the way to connect all this stuff. It makes it all so hard. This one's mostly mostly water, but it actually allows you to say it's mostly grass. Like it's just like an open pond. So this gives you like a lot of wiggle room. If this was a field, for instance, you can see that it could just be a pond in the middle of 5 sides of grass. Is this tile still even? It actually is still a perfect tile in the middle there, so let's not break anything. I mean, look, we could do something like this, have this water keep growing out. Do we have any spots with water that need it to be grass? I mean, we could connect these two, of course, and end the water in several ways. It doesn't have a house, so it can't go here. It can't go there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could do a lot of things. I'm kind of okay with the idea that we try and close off the water as much as we can, because I don't feel like we can connect these two waterways because I'm trying to get the wheat to not end. So put that here for now. Okay. A lot of trees and some grass. Right, so the trees could come in here. That's a good double-sided fit. It also triple-sided fits here because, again, grass can touch the lake and be fine. Do we have any pockets that are proving hard to fill? This one is, but it needs cities on either side. We actually might have that coming up next. It's the train lines that are going to make things hard in the future. This one here needs a whole smudge of things. And this one also doesn't quite work. Look, this only needs 4 more trees, though. Crazy. Forest and a house does go well in here, but again, we're off by 1. Forest and a house goes well in here, but again, we're off by 1. So I think that this this one that we found over here that was a 3 or 4-sided fit is pretty good. Perfect tile. We love to see that. Then we saw you. Oh, it's mirrored. I thought that this house would be here, and we would have a house up against the rail. We can't put this one in here. Oh, how unfortunate. 2 housing doesn't fit there, and again, we just do our rounds. Obviously, there's a lot of places where just a 2-sided fit will work, but we're really hoping to find a 3-sided fit. Another 2-side over here. This one is mirrored. Again, if it nooked the other way, it would be a perfect. So that's too bad. This is like okay, like it's a 2-sided fit, but again, 2 sides are, we snooze for 2-sided fits, like they're okay, but whatever. This is our housing project, so this is the place where we want to grow our city. And at least this is a 3-sided fit. So let's go ahead and do that for now. And again, we start our round. So the housing isn't across from each other. It is 2 housing and a forest, but unfortunately, this needed to be a field. Oh, that one's we're gonna be waiting a long time for that one. We needed 1 house, not 2, for this tile to work. We keep working our way around. Again, one house, not two, for this tile to work. There's lots of places, I'm sure, where just the trees and the grass will work out. But it's really fixing up the housing that's important. So here's at least a two-sided fit that we can live with. Again, we got lots of two-sided fits all through here. We just want to make sure we're not giving up on like a three-sided fit. But it looks like we can be somewhat confident that we're not missing out on a three-side. What about you? Again, we just need one forest instead of two, and that would have actually fit. I got excited there for a second. All right, let's bring it back home then. These three-sided fits down here. Not necessarily where we're trying to grow our base, but we'll take it. Does this one die if I put it here? No, it doesn't. All right, so a bent track with some wheat fields almost works here if it wasn't for the house. Certainly it can start its own line, like anywhere. This one's going to be so tricky, like a double hatchback. What about, I know this is wheat, so we like to put it near wheat. But no, it doesn't quite fit over here either. Okay, well, I think this is one of those times where you say screw it and you just accept a one-sided fit. All right, big forest. Big forest. I don't like capping the forest, but it is a nice little fit, I gotta say. All right, this is a hodgepodge of field and house and tree. It's like all the right pieces, but in the wrong order. And this also needs to be a double house, actually, so I need to stop looking there. House, tree, field. I mean, house, this is 3. I'm just going to take the 3 and not look back. Not look back. Holy Jesus. Why am I... Holy... What happened here? Somebody accidentally copy-pasted. I'm gonna respond. What's with the giant copy-paste? People are talking about I don't want to call it politics. Like debt is. Can you talk about your country's debt without it being a political conversation? I don't know. All I know is that it certainly doesn't fit the vibe of a cozy game. Let's see. Yeah, this is an interesting field. Like it actually does this technically. I think this is technically connected, even though it's on this tile looks separated. This is like a snaky field that we've made a lot of gains on. When it comes to fields, though, there's a lot of sections in here I would really like to be able to close off or expand on. Either would keep me happy. So I might just do this bad boy here. Just let that grow in a weird way. It's fine. All right. Fields with a little bit of house and a little bit of tree. A little bit of house, a little bit of tree. Let's do our rounds again. Lots of stuff here. A little bit of house, a little bit of tree. This is our first stop. We don't have 2 houses. Lots of field, but this is not where we want to keep building out our field. So we make it all the way to here. And again, lots of 2-sided fields, right? We can come in here and, oh, 2 sides, 2 sides. But it's really, does it mix with the housing? And the answer is it doesn't have any cute fits anywhere, so we'll just put it. put it in and not worry about it. Field in here. Field in here. Trees are the hard part. Field in here. Trees are the hard part. Keep spinning around. Try not to get too sick with these spins here. Yeah, I mean, without the housing, you're done. This is kind of interesting. Hey, look at that. 4 sides. Builds out the forest. 2 perfect tiles. What's not to love? Now, this is interesting. We could always use these tiles to fill in like little gaps here. You can see this one would almost work except for this wheat field. And like this one here is like almost impossible to do. But if I just put in this piece, it means we're giving up on the perfection of everything else. But it does satisfy our needs in the short term. For now, again, if I'm not connecting these bodies of water, what do I want to do? Like, there is certainly openings for things in here. Even this is a 6-sider. It just feels like such a waste no matter where I put it. Certainly, like, it can be in here. Does my railways, do they need help? This kind of sorts out this really difficult tile. Might do that. These side by side really can do a lot to close out some problems. All right, now this will be water wiggle 2000 here. That might not make sense, but that's what I'm going to say. Wow, this is almost something. If only the grass was in a different spot. If only the grass was greener. Do we have... We don't seem to have much of like a wheat water location. I could sure make one. I don't really want to start a new waterway, so let's just build it out here. That's fine. Ooh, wow. This is a lot of wheat, which works in like a section like this. It sure does. It also would really push us forward on this one. But I don't like how little, like, we don't have great adjacencies. I mean, it could just be this. I think if I'm going to have to do a tiebreaker call, though, I'm going to give the wheat to this, like, really cool mission over here. This just feels fine. Alright, so, like, again, like, this is technically a triple fit, and you can end this waterway, which is interesting. This is a triple fit that can end the waterway. This, you can't quite spin it for those trees to line up. Double fits, I snooze, but this almost was something. Ooh, this is an interesting triple fit. I don't think we're going to do any better than that. All right, a tree and a field. Oh, it's mirrored. Oh, it would have been perfect. I knew I was looking out for this one for a while now. All right, so let's look around really quickly. Here's a tree and a field. It's perfect, except, oh, what do you know? The tile we placed 2 seconds ago would invalidate that. This is basically all field. Field and tree, but it needs the housing. Field, tree, field, housing. Mirrored again. Wow. Mirrored again. Mirrored again. Wow, this is like whole. This is a whole thing. It does have a lot of grass on the tile, so I am interested in like plugging some gaps, but not if it means breaking anything. Again, look at this. 5 sides. 5 sides is 1 side too few. And then another one. Wow, we have like 3 locations where we are inverted in terms of our needs. That's not a good sign, I have to say. It means that we need the same tile to show up that many times. This one's inverted for putting it in that location. This one has too many trees. This is like, again, almost something, but we need the trees running through it. We're in shambles, man. We're falling apart. I can't even pin it on the side of something. I'm hurt. I guess we put it here just because, but I don't love it. All right, railway. Railway, we don't have many options with railways. We're kind of stuck over here. There's several ways we could build this out. I mean, this is, like, this would just be accepting that things aren't going to be perfect. This is certainly not going to work. This isn't even that bad, to be honest. There's something to be said about just closing it like this, too. But I think that doing this is pretty good. That gets us a locomotive, which is great. We need to get 15 more tiles. We need 10 more perfects. Look how many perfects we got. Perfectionist. Champion, get a high score. Yeah. All right, so our tiles have gone up. This was in the 30s a moment ago. All right, so this spot over here I know has a lot of wheat requirement, but it's 3 all side by side. This tile has way more wheat than we know how to handle. We've closed off a couple of double spots. I mean, this might just be a good time to get over here and just grow this a little bit more. All right, lots of city and grass. A touch of wheat, just a touch. So city through doesn't quite work. The 2 cities are not quite right for this one. Let's go to our city area over here. Do we have, like, this here is double city plus grass? I'm gonna take that. 54 or more water needs to be placed in a place that's all grass tiles or whatnot. I mean, it's here or here, right? Closing in this is probably more advantageous. So let's put it in over there. Another perfect, love to hear it. An X city plus a forest. Just a touch of forest, just one forest. Okay, that doesn't really expand on this one. Forest on both sides, you know, we're always excited. And double city with forest, we're always excited, but just, it's not perfect. Which I'm sure is like, you know, this is the is it perfect challenge, and I just keep saying the word perfect over and over again, but like, that's where the patience comes in. This is at least a triple adjacency, and we could do it with the trees facing inward. This is now my favorite spot for this tile. Yeah, I'm looking around and it just works. All right, tree and field. Look at this. Finally, we got that tile. We've been waiting for it. This is a lot of wheat fields. We can put it here, making sure that they are going to connect one day. That one was missing a grass to fit in this hole, of course. Let's come over here. Again, we don't have the gap for the grass, which isn't the end of the world, but it is something. So we'll just keep expanding you out this way. Okay, house, field. So it doesn't fit down here. We don't care about over here. It is a house and a field, but they're not quite lined up. It's got trees and a field, but it's not quite lined up. We have some holes that we've been trying to fill in here as well, but again, it's not enough field. this is almost, again, almost something. This tile, though, is already broken with the forest here. So let's save ourselves some headache and accept that that tile is broken and move on with our lives. All right, water. There's always the chance that we want to put water over here just because it could fit something that we can't fit otherwise. It seems like we don't have to go down that route. There is water here with a housing, but it's slightly off. Slightly off. Water here with a housing, and that's a four-sided fit. I do believe so. Indeed, indeed. A whole bunch of grass without one field is too bad. That would have fit perfectly. A whole bunch of field without one grass. A whole bunch of field here. A whole bunch of field here. I mean, look, I'm committed to getting this all closed up, right? It sucks because we're gonna basically need the same tile, which is just a single grass. But that's okay, right? It's gonna have to be. Okay, 3 field and a house. But we're giving up on 1 perfect, which means 2 perfects, but I mean, look, you have to sometimes, man. You have to. This is where, oh no, it's not quite yet. Our next up is our hatchback rail. All right, water with some tree and some house. Doesn't quite fit over there. I don't want to start a pond over here. The water is easy enough. Like, you could just close this off. But the water is the easiest part to fit. So then you could put it here. At least you get one of your forests. But what about in here? Oh. Yeah, I like that. Get this out of here. All right, a rail with lots of housing. Now, I did recently start a rail with lots of housing over here. So this could just live in this sector. Now, it also could finally be the hatchback here, but I may as well wait till I find one that has more housing on it. And other than that, this tile would be like basically dead. So let's go ahead and continue this rail line over here. Okay, all flat except for a house. Again, if I had all flat except for a wheat field, it'd be great. All flat except for 2 houses would be great. But we're not, that's not the world we live in. All flat. All flat and a tree. All flat and a tree. Lots of all flat plus something. This could be all flat and house, which is fine. This one needs house and tree. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna pin it on the edge here somewhere. Okay. Straight water, all grass. Couple ways for this to fit. It probably works in our favor if we just extend these lines out. 3 side fits, you know. Midwinter. So where is the midwinter? Is it summer over here and now winter down here? Is this frozen water? Yo, okay. Can I see my rewards again? Does it say the ones that we've unlocked? I guess not. Biome configuration. Midwinter. I mean, it's there. That's lovely. Lavender, Blossom, Midwinter, Fjord, and Enchanted. Lots of biomes. Okay, so now we have field and some wheat, but the wheat is big. You know, if I didn't love perfection. You gotta just do this, man. Right, it's gotta be that. I mean, we can come back over here with stuff. This one here is a three-sided lover. And then you just need a wheat with some trees. Oh, I'm excited about those trees. We had some spots we've been waiting on. Oh, wait a second. This one here. Oh, no, it didn't have 3 grass. It needs 3 grass to make that turn. I think I was excited about this piece for either in here, which doesn't quite fit because you can't add the extra wheat this way, or as like a out here, but that also doesn't quite work. Again, there's like worlds in which you put them on this side of the world, right? Just whoop, grow this out, but we're not trying to grow this side of the board. But my God, does this fit? Does this ever fit? Oh man, oh man. Also like here, but I may as well wait until the rail is down as best I can. So let's just satisfy this mission. That's a +5. Form a group with extra 50 fields. I mean, claim. Unlock the granary, baby. Let's go. The granary, and now it has its own color. So we still want to grow all the way out to here for a special tile. Is there another special tile? Sometimes you have to be like physically located on the edge of the board to see it. But I'm not seeing any tiles in the fog. I've seen them fade out as you get close or whatever. So anyways, this tree biome is not quite right. It was almost right, but as always, it's almost right is wrong. So we come in here and we get a nice 3-sider. Granary skin unlocked. I mean, okay, dude. Whatever you say. This one has a whole bunch of stuff mixed in. Lots of fields, a little bit of tree, a little bit of house. We should bring it over here, I believe. This is where we're having a little bit of house, a little bit of granary. It's mirrored for this. Okay. Okay, don't be ridiculous. How annoying. How annoying. This is a 3-sided fit. I'll take that. I'll take that. 58 or more rail on one line. I mean, that shouldn't be hard to do. Again, it's just asking me to end perfection. But this is a 3-sided goodie, so that's fine. This is all forest on a bend, but the bend isn't sharp enough. How savage. I mean, you could do a lot with this, but I mean, since I started a rail line over here, I'm tempted to just say, okay, connect it, but it's not even a sharp enough bend for that. So it's just like this weird situation where we keep building out these weird rail lines. I mean, I'm not willing to compromise though, right? Like, okay, house and tree. Baby, we got them. End of a rail line, house and tree. Can't put it in here. House and tree, end of a rail line, but doesn't work. You can end this rail line, but again, house and tree doesn't work, not aligned. Here, the house is on the wrong side. This one feels like such a waste. Usually when you get the chance to end a line, you want to take it. Or at least take it in a way that doesn't complicate things further. We could look at our next tile, which is like a bend, right? A bend, but it comes with houses. Right, I'm just thinking like you could set up a situation like this, and then you could bend into it. Which I can't do in a lot of other places. What about this? The house, again, the house isn't lined up for you. The house isn't lined up for you. The house isn't lined up for you. Is this bendy piece gonna fit anywhere else? I don't think so, dude. Let's just do this. Bam, bam. I mean, it could have gone to the other side of the map, but that's not where I wanted to put it. Okay, so this is a big, big, big forest. I like growing it like this. There's lots of ways to go. Water wheel! Dude, we're unlocking all the things. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Alright, wheat and water. Ooh, it's getting dark again. Wheat over here. We did do a little wheat and water over here, but we were able to bend away from it. We can always wheat and water like this. There isn't a rotation that works in there. And we've basically ended all this. Again, this one almost like... Do you just do this, perhaps? I mean... I guess it's okay. A river with house and forest. I mean, we can obviously do river in a lot of ways. Again, we're not starting new waterways over there if we can help it. This is so close to being cool, right? Then you just have to loop in the last piece. This is also close to being cool, but the house was on the wrong side to begin with. So it looks like a three-sided connection is out of the question. This is going to be really hard to fill. But I guess we can do this. Alright, housing with trees. No fields, though. I always forget you need the fields for that one. We did have some trees over here. And some housing. I can't just cap off a tree, can I? No. Not really. A lot of tree in here. The field's on the wrong side. There's always that weird thing, right, where you can put a field into the lake. 3 sides here. 3 sides is not 6 sides. I mean, that's 3 sides. That's doable. I can work with that. Alright, just around the river bend. Oh, so close. So close. Is there a better fit for you? I'm really contemplating breaking some tiles just to get this one in here. It maintains every other side. You gotta... Oh, this one wasn't perfect? Oh yeah, that's the one I just broke. Yeah, okay. Alright, lots of wheat in an interesting pattern with 2 bits of grass. Again, the bits of grass are cool, but I actually need 3 bits of grass. I mean, I could keep working to connect some stuff, but getting a 2-sided fit here isn't that exciting. This needs to go through. I'll take the three-sided. I'm not going to think twice about it. Okay, housing along the river. That's where it goes. Housing on a steep bend. It also has a little bit of tree action. But it's in a way that's a little bit mirrored for what I need. Even here it's mirrored. And again, no water up here unless it really works. I mean, I can just close. I can just close. Making my railroad even harder to satisfy in the future. So this is a tricky tile. I'm okay with that. So again, it's not a straight through with a bit. It does have this three-sider. It's actually like the same tile a couple times. Okay, this forest. Is this the forest we've been waiting for? Oh, baby. 3 perfects right there. And that keeps us alive. I mean, we're down to 27 tiles. This run could end. I've been talking like as if this is like an infinite run forever, but like, it is not. How big is this one? 74 left or 23 left? Let's put it on the big side. A second granary. Alright, house on a lake. House on a lake. This is a forest. Right? If this was the forest, we would be done. House on the lake. I mean, it won't let me wrap up this house here. It won't give me the orientation to do it. This again is a forest on the lake rather than a house on the lake. This could be wrapping this tile up, which feels pretty okay, actually. Ooh, a straight through field with forest? Oh no, that's next. A 2-sided forest. I need a 3-sided forest here. A 2-sided forest with lots of field, but it needs at least a house in here. A 2-sided forest with lots of field. Of grass. So this one here isn't actually quite right. I got excited about it, but it's one off. I'm gonna take it. Look at all those perfects. I mean, it just keeps us alive, man. Alright, so water. Again, we could put it up here just to satisfy all the flats. This is actually a very safe spot for this water tile. But let's look around. We could loop these off, close these off. Lots of options. I mean, I say lots of options, but that's basically it. And I'm not sure how this is going to develop yet. So yeah, let's close off another bit of this. Usually rails and flat ground work well together. All right. Mostly houses with some field. Immediately, I thought of this spot here. But that's not actually what we need. A lot of houses with some field. I love a lot of houses across, but that doesn't work here. It never has. I like some field and some houses, but it needs a tree. You know how these ones go. Houses and field. I mean, that does fit here. Yeah, okay, sure. Lots of tree. Tree across. So we could come back to the forest, but just for now, I feel like this is a really good fit here. This is a 4-sided fit. A couple perfect tiles get developed. We love that. This simplifies the railroad. It doesn't have a thing here. It could be used to simplify this stuff as well. This is what's really important or hard to fix. It won't work with the next tile that's coming in, though. And, like, we actually have a couple caps. It does fit perfectly here, though. And then we're just one away. Let's just do that. 5 sides, gets a perfect. You... I really thought you were going to fit, but your forest is off by 1. And you're too tight for all these spots here. Your forest is too much over there. I mean, this seems fine. It's gonna make this section a lot harder to keep happy, but like, it's fine. This is a really good opportunity to turn this around. Oh no, not quite. I mean, it does technically end this water and work, but this is much better. 3 sides. All right, giant train line on the flat ground. Let's go to our train yard area. It would accept it in here, but that's not good. It also would break this, which is also not good. I mean, this is so much rail coming into one spot. I mean, it's fine, dude. It's fine. Totally fine. Oh, this is a good rails thing, but it doesn't... I can't do 2. Could do this. Then we need a dead end or a hatchback. It's kind of okay, actually. Ooh. Alright, you know, this is actually, like, almost too perfect. Like, I have to give up on that house. I'm so sorry, world. Alright, a little bit of lake, you know. I want to put it here, but I can't. You know I want to put it here. I can't put it in either of these, any of these 3 spots, because I need forest, forest, and city. I can put it here, though. Let's just close as much as we can. 2 houses across from each other. I think this tile is going to get broken, so I think we just take this. It's actually perfect. I actually didn't have to break my vows. Put this here. I mean, I'm so tired of trying to get this one perfect piece, but like, you know what? Let's just do it. Unlock a water train skin. Okay, love it. So Farmer 3, Engineer 4, and Ocean 3 are next on the list. I feel like you don't have to worry about the achievements. Like, they just happen. You just keep building. Build it and they will come, right? Okay. I was just double checking. I was like, did I end up getting the perfect tile for here after all? No. No, I did not. Alright. Some fields and some forest. Typically, that's been over here. That works, but it really paints us into a corner. No housing. No housing. I just take either this or... Yeah, I think we just take this. And there we go. I don't know. Like, we're down to 35 tiles. This has been 50 minutes. Oh my god, I looked over and it was like 25 minutes. We've gotten a whole bunch of achievements. We placed a whole bunch of perfect tiles. We've expanded our biome like crazy. I would love to work our way over to this one, but I don't want to rush it yet. And we need to make sure this giant field stays alive. I mean, we've been unlocking stuff like crazy. I hope you've had a great time. I sure have. Look at this snowy village. This is where it's starting, the snowland. Oh my god. If you like to relax and place tiles with me, let me know, of course. If people don't end up watching, then maybe I'll end up just doing this on my own with the podcast. But I don't know, man. I'm having a great time. I hope you are too. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.